Well, hello and welcome to Psychology 101. My name is Chris Boydus and I will be your instructor. You can feel free to call me Chris, and I encourage you actually to call me Chris. And the reason for that is I view us as partners, and I see my role as guiding you through this course. I especially appreciate that you're taking this course over the holiday break. So I hope you have a wonderful break and you get to be exposed to psychology, which is a subject that I love. So the first thing I'd like to do is show you the syllabus. And the syllabus is a contract between us, and it tells you what I expect of you, and it also lets you know what I am going to be providing for you. So front page of the syllabus, and I do encourage you to print this out, but the front page just has some basic information, including my cell number. Please feel free to add me in your contacts. That way you can quickly give me a text if you have any questions. I generally will respond to texts between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. I try to go to bed, although I like to stay up, I try to go to bed after 9. So I request that you try not to text me late at night because I will hear it and I will respond and then I'll be up. My email address is there as well. I will try to respond to you as quickly as possible. Keep in mind that there are some times that I might not be able to get back to you for a couple hours, but I will get back to you as quickly as I can. So next thing has to do with the catalog description. You can go ahead and read through that. The required text looks like this. It is the 12th edition. I do not care if you get a used copy. Important point, you do not need to pay for the online access. There is an access code that costs extra money and you do not need to purchase it. Everything that you need in the class is already uploaded within our Desire to Learn classroom and within the text. So the textbook is required, but you do not need the online material and or the online course material that's provided by the publisher. And the other thing to let you know is it is perfectly okay to get a used textbook. Okay, so going through learning objectives will tell you some of the things that we're covering, so you can read that. This is the scheduled activities, and this is something that I do suggest printing out and crossing off as you go. What it is, well, let me back up a little bit. I do not have any due dates. The only hard due date, there's two things actually. One, you need to finish all the material before the class is over. So you have roughly 4 weeks to finish all the material. So when I say a suggested due date, this is just to keep you on target. So my suggestion is that you complete chapters 1, 2, and 3 and all the material by the Christmas Eve. If you don't do it by then, nothing happens. You just need to do more the following week, but nothing happens. This is just a suggestion. But the reason I suggest that you print it out is this is so nice because you can actually cross off as you go and make sure that you've completed everything. So, and I did say there was an exception, and the exception is there are discussions. Now, this first discussion I have here listed, let me get this, as extra credit, but there are discussions, and those discussions there are firm due dates. There's no choice. You have to have them done by the due date, and the reason for that is I just possibly cannot grade and respond to all the discussions if everyone were to respond the day before the class is over. There's no time. So each you will see that there are discussions and they are listed right here. For example, discussion 2 is due by New Year's Eve. Let me see when the next one, I think discussion 3 is actually due by the end. So there's only 3. So you can do them early, but please be aware that those are firm due dates. So other than that, as long as you get the material done before the end of the class, you are good to go. Some policies as far as attendance. I do not take attendance per se because this is an online class. I assume that you're going to do what you need to do to learn the material. The exception to that is you need to sign in and submit something before the 22nd. And the reason for that is I need to show Hack some sort of verification that you are, in fact, participating in this class. So before the 22nd, you need to do something. Now, if you don't have your textbook by then, there are what I call video lecture quizzes, and I'll go over those in another video, but those do not require the textbook, so you could do one of those, but just you need to do something before the 22nd, or else I'll have to drop you from the class. So just do something. As far as plagiarism, I mean, don't copy things from the web and say that they're yours. That's really the biggest warning that I want to give. Makeup work, there aren't really any makeup. There isn't makeup work. So I have it listed here, but really the only due dates would be the discussions and then the end. So you should not have to come to me at any point asking for an extension. But if you were, for example, to be in a car accident the day before the class is over, or you gave birth the day before the class is over, just let me know and we will work together. Withdrawals, you may withdraw from this class. If this is not what you were expecting, you can feel free to withdraw. And the college has some policies regarding that, and I have them listed here, so you can go ahead and read that. Things about chapter quizzes and video lecture quizzes, I will go over that in a different video. How you are graded, I give you points for everything that you do. So if you don't do something, you get a 0 for that. If you do it, then you get the points. A lot of things are graded. So if it's a quiz and you get 9 out of 10, then you would get 9 points. And those points add up. And then by the end, you could earn a maximum of 400 points. And then I have listed here how many points you need for each letter grade. It is a standard, straight 90, 80, 70% grade scale. Nothing tricky about it, nothing surprising. If you have, or if you need special accommodations, just let me know. The college does provide information for me, but I am very interested in helping you and very eager to help you. So above and beyond what I'm required to do, I will talk with you and we will come up with a plan that meets your needs. Because my goal is for you to understand this material and enjoy it, and then go on and take other psychology classes, or just go on out into the world and have an understanding of what psychology is. So that is the syllabus again, and I know I'm repeating myself, but my suggestion is to print out at least the schedule of activities and cross off as you go. Welcome to the class. I am so excited to get started.